Hi guys, happy whatever day I post this video. Welcome to part 2 in my series of Where in Toronto is Anne Marie. Can you look at these videos and guess where exactly in Toronto I am? I'll tell you as we go about this video. Welcome to Blooms and Stitches. I'm on my way to Vandermeer Nurseries in Durham, and if you know Toronto, I'm currently living in North York, and to leave North York and to go to Durham region to a nursery, that says a lot. It means I love plants and I'm so ecstatic. I'm bringing you with me, and I have a budget. However, I'm looking for something specific, either a Oya or a Chinese evergreen plant, but we'll see. We'll see if I get distracted and buy something different. Anyway, come along with me to Vandermeer Nurseries and yeah, enjoy the day. Also, recently I went to Toronto Islands, and so I'm going to show you some of my footage from my visit to Toronto Islands. Oh my god, I enjoyed it so much. So I'm going to put it in here before I take you along with me to Vandermeer Nurseries in Durham region. Alright, so enjoy. I need to show you, I have on one of the denim pants. So the last denim pants I showed you last week, I have about 2 of them. Anyway, when something fits you, you tend to want to buy more than one. About 2 of them, but I've worn this top before you see me, but I'm gonna show it to you again. Whatever. Just a moment. Okay, there. So this is my outfit for today, girl. My makeup. Yeah. My trip to Toronto Island was actually a team's trip with some of my colleagues. The day was started off really rainy, and we were unsure of whether or not we were going to go to Toronto Islands. Anyway, the sun came up a little bit, and we just, threw ourselves in it just to enjoy the day, whether or not it was going to rain or it was going to be a sunny day. And what do you know? The day actually turned out to be such a beautiful day despite the overcast skies. I'll let you know this is my first trip to Toronto Island. I've been living in Canada for well over 6, 7, 8 years, more than a decade, and I've never been to Toronto Island. And so I was so excited. If you know me, if you've been watching my videos, you know that I love nature, I love plants, I love crocheting, and to be able to just incorporate all 3 of those, it was just a real beautiful day in my perspective. We were able to partake in riding the bikes around the islands, going through the little paths, looking at the Toronto Island highlights, or was it Highline? I don't know, but we were we were able to go to the beach. We didn't swim in the beach because the seas were rough and we weren't ready for that. But I'll tell you, the scenery is amazing, and if you want to plan a family trip, Toronto Island is absolutely, or should absolutely be, one of those areas that you visit with your family, even on your own, if you just want to connect with Mother Earth, relax, have a day off to yourself. You can absolutely do that. From our visit, I can absolutely understand where the residents are coming from when they say they don't want the extension of the airport, because it could impact the entire island and the microsystems that are in and around the island. You can see where the rain, had done a little bit of flooding, but we were able to see the quaint households, the quaint restaurants, the little shops around the island. It was such an enjoyable day, and we did it on the bikes that we rented for that day. We came back and we had lunch at the Riviera. I would absolutely recommend that restaurant, 10 out of 10. But before you know it, my trip to Toronto Island was over. But I'll definitely be returning. Girl, sweating like a dog. Do you hear me? But you remember this top? I'm wearing it today. I have face to face with my team, my work team, but it's supposed to be a work relaxation enjoy. It's team building. It's not a work day. It's just an relaxation team building day, and so we're supposed to be wearing sportswear. However, Lady Nature has me covering up. Read between the lines. All right, so this is my wear for this morning. I can take off Miss Lady and just keep on the black underneath, but I wanted to bring some pizzazz. Look at my earrings, girl. This is it. This is my handbag. Got a little bit of color. This is it. And sneakers, because it's supposed to be a sporting, enjoyable day, you know, and it is what it is. Anyway, I'm running late. See y'all. Because I just want a day out. I'm not working today. So I'm gonna take myself to Vandermeer Nurseries to go look at plants. And you can tell how excited my love for plants came from when I was a child with my mother. You know, she started her own little small garden in her household, and so that's my excitement. Before I left out, I planned my trip. You can see my itinerary here. I left the GO station and took the GO bus to the Ajax GO station, and from the Ajax GO station, I took another transit to the Vandermeer Nurseries. I mentioned that I was looking for a few plants. I really was hoping to find this plant, the Aglaonema Pictum. I have a few Aglaonemas, but not this specific one, and that is my plant dream for 2026. Coming back to Ajax had me reminiscing. I lived in Ajax for about 4 years. I lived in this specific neighborhood of South Ajax, and I have really wonderful memories. It's a very diverse community. It has very things that you need in close proximity to where we were living, and also it has a lot of plant nurseries, and Vandermeer Nursery is exactly one of those. You could see just from this video and the pictures that they have a wide variety of outdoor and indoor plants and flowers. First time I've seen these irrigation. Oh. In here, and the water, the sprinkler went off, and I got so scared. You can be more happier than I am. Of course, I bought all my flowers, my plants, and I carefully treated them, washed them off, sprayed them down for trips and spider mite. I will be treating them again in the next 2 to 4 weeks. But here are some of my plants and how I laid them out in my living room. I have a large collection of Coleus and pothos and a few philodendrons. I'm hoping to expand my collection of Aglaonemas, but last year I was really into alocasias. However, I'm not too much in them. It was a fight with the thrips and all of that. So this year I am just leaning towards Coleuses, Aglaonemas, philodendrons, pothuses, monsteras, the ones that I really know about. I lean towards those. Okay, girl, so I'm back home with my plant haul. I'm just settling down, getting a cup of tea before I go and have a shower and just unwind for the day. I'm going to end the video right here, and just encourage you, if you haven't done so yet, please remember to like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment under this video. It helps to boost my channel and helps to motivate me to bring more videos. With that being said, thank you for watching my video. Until